Good day, good
Hey,
day. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Let me turn on my technology off, honey. You know, a ringy dingy will come through and it'll be loud because I can't hear nothing. Just
Oh,
like
yes, I need to turn mine off too. It's way on the other side of the
don't go nowhere.
situation. Don't go nowhere. It's way over there. So if y'all hear it,
Just pretend like it ain't playing. Look, as long as it don't cut you off of the screen, we are good. We are good. Well, thank you so
yes.
much. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day. I know you're a busy woman, like many of us are in the world, juggling things in and out, looking good in between, smelling good, and being a
Yes,
professional
always.
businesswoman that you are. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for having me. How about yourself?
I am doing very well. I love the fact that you accepted my invitation. You're actually the first new construction on-site agent that I have invited to my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you so much. You know, your expertise and years in the business are so valuable, and I'm thankful that you are willing to come share that with my viewers.
Yes, ma'am. No problem. I'm excited.
Good, good. Well, let me go ahead and get us officially started. Like MC Hammer said, let's get it started. Uh, look, you don't want to see me get my.
I'm a vibe with you.
Girl, okay. Well, I just want to say good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. People will be viewing this, of course, live, but the replay is also an option. We love that replay because I might be up in the middle of the night and no telling what I'm watching or trying to learn in YouTube University. So just thankful that this is a space for people to get educated and be able to come plug in when they need to in the middle of the morning, nighttime, whenever. And again, just thank you so much. And the viewers. And I am, let me introduce myself, Makeba Evans, your trusted real estate advisor and the founder of Majestic Real Estate Partners. I am based out of Atlanta, GA, a global real estate professional. My team and I can assist clients in all 50 states and actually 30 countries. Tonight's webinar is all about helping those looking to buy, build their next chapter, literally, through the power of new construction homes. Whether they're a first time home buyer, a current home buyer, current homeowner looking to sell and upgrade or downsize, whatever that might look like for them, or even the professionals, the real estate professionals that are looking for a better understanding of the value of partnering with an on-site agent like yourself, Banie. And I actually created this space so that, as a real estate professional in these real estate streets, buyers are really exhausted with the lack of homes for sale or the home that they are looking for, what they envision spending years of their lives in. And in this real estate world, we call that inventory. And it's just not looking like
Mhm.
many buyers are wanting it to look. And I just wanted to open this platform up to show the buyers another way, whether they're relocating from one state to another, just selling their home to purchase another home. There's no competition, it's more control in that aspect of it. Because when you're selling your house and you're putting an offer in on another home, a lot of times a person is doing the same thing, the person whose home you're buying. So that's a lot of juggling and arranging that's necessary. And new construction is just, the thing. It's so seamless to be able to go. There's no competition because once you have gone to Banie and have found that property, it's yours. There's nobody else that's going to come behind you with a bigger or better or offer with a pretty red bow on it. And that's just the color that Banie likes and the construction
Mhm.
likes. So thank you, Banie, again. How many years have you been in the business?
I have been in the business since '03.
Mm,
Um, Yes, a long time. So I may only have like maybe about a year and a half worth of resale experience, but the rest of my career has been with, new home sales.
Okay, so you
So
prefer
yes.
that part of real estate.
Yes, I really do. I enjoy it. It's more, you know, um basically the buyers come to me, and then and I sell my products to them, so I get to be very knowledgeable about what I'm selling
Hmm.
versus just moving around. So for me, it works out well for me.
Good. That's perfect. I mean, that's what I love about real estate is there are so many options and opportunities for us to service our clients. That's called a niche. So your niche is new construction. Mine is
Hmm.
too. I'm just servicing um, you're working on site with the builder of the community, and I am helping buyers, look for new construction in that capacity. And then what we have together is synergy. If I have a client that is looking for a community just like yours in the area that your community has homes built, it's perfect. I just give you a call, be like, hey girl, hey, I have a client coming over, make sure you take care of them, which I don't even have to say, because that is just something that you naturally do. I mean, your energy
Yeah,
is
we're gonna take care of them for you. We'll do
Mhm.
all the work.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Well, Banie, the home building and purchasing process is pretty robust. Can you kind of give a bird's eye view of what that would look like for a buyer? Like how long does it take from the time the ground is broken until their home is standing?
So typically our building process will be anywhere from 4 to 6 months. If we have to go through the permitting process, it would more than likely take a 6 month time period. That is also dependent on what area of town it's in. But the actual build process is about 4 months.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's from the time of, breaking ground to you actually closing. It's typically like a 4 month time frame.
Got you. And of course, a lot of that depends on the weather too in Atlanta.
Oh yes,
Rain.
yes, yes, yes. We experience all four seasons out here in Atlanta. So
We do, we
so yeah,
do.
depending on if we have great weather, we'll get through in those 4 months. Now let me say this. The 4 to 6 months, that is like an overestimate as well to kind of, work in some extra days that we may need. Um, it's very rare that we will go over that time period. So we do take that into an account when I say 4 to 6 months to build.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that information. And what type of incentives does your community offer? What would attract a
Uh,
buyer to come to your community?
so right now we all know that buyers are driven by these interest rates and mortgage payments. So our incentives are geared towards satisfying that. We know buyers, um, they want an affordable mortgage payment. But
Yes.
what dictates that is a low interest rate. Interest
Right.
rates are in the 7% right now. So yes, so we're doing great incentives as far as buying down the interest rate. Right now, I have a 4.875 interest rate. We're also doing the first year at a 3.875, and then year 2 through 30 is at a 4.875. Okay, so a lot of people are very attracted to that. And then on top of that, we're still able to help out with closing costs as well. So not only are they getting low interest rates, getting their payments where they want it to be, we're covering closing costs as well too. Um, so yeah, that's our incentives. It's all about getting the buyers in and getting them where they need to be, where they want to
Definitely.
be, happy.
Right, exactly. Happy in a brand new home that no one has ever lived in before. You have that new car smell. It's also a new house smell too.
That part, yeah.
Another phenomenal incentive that new construction communities offer is it helps the buyer in another way, because as real estate professionals, we do have a professional fee, and new construction communities pay the fee to have your real estate agent represent you. So that's a bonus as well, keeping that money in your pocket when you're looking to
Oh yeah,
purchase.
the buyer's pocket, yes. And over at Parkview Estates, we are doing 3%
Mhm.
co-op. At different times, we might be offering bonuses, up to 5,000, up to 2%, 3%, whatever it may be at that point in time. But we definitely take care of our agents as well. So because we want y'all to continue bringing us business.
I know, right? And that's the benefit too of having a real estate professional to work with, and that has on-site agents, because we're privy to that information. Because when we speak to our clients, we know kind of what their financial situation is. I mean, I like for the lender partner to stay in that lane and me to stay in mine. But if I know that my client is a little strapped for cash, and if you have a community where helping them not have to bring so much money to the closing table, then I definitely would open that door as an option and an opportunity to go have a conversation with you.
Yes, definitely. And I did fail to mention that with our lenders, you do get like a $3,000 lender credit when you go through our preferred lender as well. So that's another added incentives on top of the low interest rate plus closing cost.
Good, good. Well, thank you so much. What does your current inventory look like? And if you want me to, I can go ahead and share the screen with that.
Yes,
Doc-
I currently have I I currently have two homes available that are ready to close at the end of next month, which they do qualify for the 4.875 interest rate. That would be my Harding floor plan. Okay, that's a 5 bedroom, three full baths. That one is at 2570 square feet. And then I also have a Atlas floor plan that's available. That's a 4 bedroom, three full baths. That one is 2400 square feet.
Can you see my screen?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, you're on your phone. Look, I will share this link for those people who are tuning in live, and also if you are tuning in later on. What floor plan did you say is currently available? I have Atlas in front of me. I'm sure these are probably in alphabetical order.
Yes, I have the Atlas floor plan. Like I say, that one is 2400 square
Okay.
feet. It does feature a bedroom on the main
Okay.
level. Then with 3 bedrooms
Hmm.
upstairs plus a loft space. So that one is
Okay.
available to close at the end of next month. Okay, and then
Hmm.
and that one there is I'm sorry, I don't have my paperwork in front of me, but I believe it's about 440 price point range. And then
Okay.
like I said, I have a Harding, which is a 5.3. That one there is just like my model home. And I have that one with the same type of incentives that can close at the end of next month as well.
That is very nice. I'm looking at the floor plan. Let me go ahead and copy this link and drop it in the chat for any of our viewers. And I will also go ahead and share it in the post as well. Let me put this in the chat. Okay, there we go. Cool, cool. All right. Well, perfect. How many homes are going to be in your community, Banie?
Yes, we have a total of 180 home sites. Okay, which we currently have about 100 remaining at the moment. So yeah, so it's a community that was pre-existing. So we came in and purchased 127 lots. So we have about 100 more lots to go.
Okay.
So we just
That
opened up at the top of this year. Our grand opening was in January.
I know. I was definitely able to come. I mean, it's such a great community. The location is perfect as well. Thank you for the invite, girl. And when I came, that food looks so. I mean, see, that's one of the perks of having a relationship with on-site agents. You know, Banie sent out an invitation to us. We went to the location. They fed us, but I was fasting that day.
Oh, that sucks. Because Chef Chrissy is she's really nice with her catering and everything. So yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But
Yes, next
and let me say this about the community. We have a full amenity package as well. So we do have a clubhouse with a pool. We have a playground, tennis court. We have an extra playing court. So it's whatever you want to do on that particular court. And then we also have open green space as well too. So HOA is only like 650 a year,
time. Okay.
and all of
That
that
is
is included. So yes.
yes. You know, we hear a lot of people talk about HOA. I don't want HOA. They don't want HOA until something goes awry in the neighborhood and nobody is there to enforce and get the trash cans out of the middle of the street, or the wandering pets, or the grass gone wild. You know, there's more to HOA besides just paying that money, you know, that additional funds. But it's beneficial, you know, in the long run, to make sure the community looks as well as those with the HOA do look.
So yes. That is absolutely right. It's always good. Well, I ain't gonna say it's always good, but it's good to have an HOA because they do keep things in check for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you always want a nice looking community, HOA is the way to go.
Yes, definitely. That is so true. Um, and so you said the amenities were what again?
We have a clubhouse with a pool. So at the
Mm,
clubhouse, you can, book functions and everything, birthday parties, showers. It is a really, really, really nice clubhouse as well. But aside from that, we do have tennis courts. We have an extra court that, if they wanted to bring like their own personal basketball goal or anything else they wanted to play out there, they can,
mhm.
use that court. We also have open green space, a nice big area for the kids to run around, do picnics, whatever you want to do. And also we have a playground as well.
That is very nice for sure. Definitely in the streets of Atlanta, for some reason, we have to search high and low for somewhere to release that energy. And I don't know why that when they were building up the town, the cities, they didn't put sidewalks in. That is just so interesting, you know, to experience
Hmm.
on the West Coast, but for some reason, that's not anything that they deem necessary. So it's just good to be able to move around in the community like they're putting together.
Yeah. Now, as far as I know you mentioned the sidewalks. Like in the community, we do have sidewalks on one side of the
Yeah.
subdivision, and then the other side of the street is no
Mhm.
sidewalk. But yes, at least we have some
Yeah,
sidewalks.
yeah, definitely, and it's wide enough, you know, to be able, because some communities are so slender that you know barely two cars can pass by. So when I went to the community, I like how they had everything laid out and structured.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, I just want to share some reasoning for me why I like to have my clients, especially those that are sellers and they're looking to purchase something, move out of their neighborhood and purchase something new and different. And new construction makes sense to me again for those that are selling their homes because it's just easier to be in charge and in control of the fact that you're not having to negotiate with several different layers of closings, you know, because a lot of times
Hmm.
I mentioned earlier, the seller of their home are looking to buy a home, but then also that person that is selling that home is looking to buy a home. So it's a lot of contingencies and layers of negotiation involved. And with new construction, I mean, the closing date might get moved a little bit because of weather conditions, or maybe something didn't get delivered on time. But typically, it's not a situation where you're going to be quote unquote homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a benefit of that. The timeline, is just really most important. The fact that it's brand new, and
Mm-hmm.
need for repairs, renovations, none of that is necessary because it is brand new.
And it's,
The,
yeah, and you get
yeah,
all your warranties with it
I
as
was about
well
to ask
too.
you. Look, I was about to ask you about the warranty.
So yeah, so with us we do have a 1 year builder warranty, and then you have 8 years on the structure of your home, and then of course you get all the manufacturer warranties on appliances and things like that. So yeah, you just go in and everything is already done for you. You have your walkthroughs before your closing, so you get to check the house out, make sure everything is up to par. You can have a private inspection. um you know just to have another set of eyes look at the home for you, so you can get your private inspection. At your walkthrough, our builder goes over that private inspection report with you and everything. We make sure everything is up to par and fixed on that report. So yes, new homes is definitely one of the easier ways to go in this type of market right here. It's
Yeah,
more secure, definitely.
for sure. The fact again that people who are selling homes and needing to upgrade or downsize, or want to sell, it's not currently that seller's market that a lot of us are used to, because the sellers are staying put. They're wondering where are they going to go. So we don't have the inventory that we used to have, but people still need places to live. So the new construction communities are being the ones to provide that resource for housing. I mean, we can see, unfortunately, the trees coming down. We're in Georgia, and when the trees go down, the houses come up, and in those new communities, they're building new amenities around it, like
Mm.
shopping areas, different places to live, work, and play. So that's the great thing about being in new construction communities as well, because there's typically new things going on
That
in
is
those
happening.
buildings.
Yeah, and also with that being said, Parkview, we are centrally located, like right by the Camp Creek Marketplace. We're very close to just about all the major interstates from 285, 85, 75. We're about 25 minutes from downtown. We're
Mhm.
about 10 to 15 minutes from the airport.
Right.
Um, so we are in a good location.
Mhm.
If you especially if you're one of those people that's always on the run and you got
Yeah.
to get places, it won't take you long from Parkview. You don't have to travel 30 minutes off the interstate. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, to get to us and everything. So that's also a plus for us to to be located where we are and so easily accessible.
Yeah, definitely. And Banie, please share too how you can assist buyers and agents with other Century communities. What
Um,
state does a house need to be in?
So yes, we can do what we call cross sell. So let's say you're interested in another community that I don't necessarily work in. I can sell in that community. The home just needs to be at frame complete. So that means the bones of the house is all the way up, the roof is on, the windows are in. Okay, so the frame of the house is complete, and they may just be working on like plumbing and electrical type of deal. So when the house is at that point, it is open to all Century agents to sell across the communities.
Perfect. And that's, a great way to know that your entrusted real estate professional is representing you, on both sides, the listing side, as the on-site agent, representing a community, and then also to have your preferred real estate agent be able to take care of you in a community, just in case the one that Banie is currently sitting in is not, for whatever reason, that perfect dream home for you, to know that there are other
Other
communities.
options.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because Century is like a huge builder, definitely in the metro area and across the country. So that's a good thing.
So yes, yes.
So I do want to also share, we spoke about buyers being incentivized and what the potential benefits are to purchase new construction, and then also sellers, how to seamlessly be able to transition from selling your home to moving into your brand new home. But as real estate professionals, I mean, it's great to have a relationship with an on-site agent like Banie. The the consistency and communication, the networking, when you're a brand new agent in these real estate streets, sometimes you don't have listings and you don't currently have clients to get that social media content out there. And as an on-site agent, Banie, are you open to agents coming and communicating with you to potentially create some content in your homes?
Oh yes, most definitely. We welcome agents to come out and shoot videos and basically advertise the community. Now you can't necessarily advertise century communities and that sort of thing, but you can come out and create your content and everything and tell them like, hey, beautiful community in South Fulton, and you want them to inbox you
Yeah,
for more detailed information. But that is perfectly fine. The only thing is, you can't really advertise century, you know
right.
like your spokesperson for Century. That makes sense. So you
Oh
want to
yeah,
make sure you keep that portion out. But other
right.
than that, yes, please come create your content.
Right, exactly. And the thing too, when you're in, don't just be a silent agent too, sneaking in, looking around. Introduce yourself, ask for permission, so Banie can
Yes,
make sure that
yes,
she's covering you and also covering herself and her community. And
that is
another great
absolutely
thing,
correct.
yeah, another great thing is hosting events at the community. Make it, Banie, of course, would have to make sure that the powers that be, the corporate, said that everything was okay. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but you don't know until you ask. So
You
communicating,
asked. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, Banie, I am actually going to capture your contact information and add it to the YouTube description. Is there anything that you want to say before I close this out?
Yes, I would just like to say thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Everyone that watches this, please just come out and check us out at Parkview. We're in the South Fulton area. Um, Me and my partner Michelle will be happy and so grateful to service you guys. And yeah, that's it. I hope to see you guys soon.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Look, make sure those of you, before you go to the community, you reach out to me first, or definitely tell Banie and Michelle that
Yes, if you just
I
say, "Oh
sent you.
yes, I got the information of Makeba's YouTube,"
For
there you
sure, for
have
sure.
it.
Yes, yes. All right, everybody. Well, this brings us to the end of tonight's conversation. I do want to thank everybody again, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay. I do dip in throughout to make sure that I answer questions, and I do appreciate all the engagement. If you found value in the webinar, please subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications when I go live or post new content, and share this with someone who needs to hear it, whether they're a first-time home buyer, thinking about selling, or just curious about new construction. And remember, I am not just on screen. I am actually a real estate agent. So if you are looking to make moves with real estate in all 50 states and almost 30 countries, let's talk. DM me if this is a space where you can DM me. Call me. My number is in the description. And then we can have a conversation about your next steps with real estate. Thank you so much again, Banie, and everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.
All right. Thank you. Bye.